So I just finished commissioning up another 200. This has two mixed circuits, one for underfloor. Heating circuit 3 is the underfloor, heating circuit 2 is the radiators, and there's no unmixed circuit. We're in the information panel. Have a look in general. We've got an outside temperature of 15. The calculated heat loss for the property here is 17 kilowatts. So we should be firing about 4.5–5 kilowatts at the moment to maintain temperature. Now let's go and see what we've got. Right, we have thermal output 5.7. So okay, I've just turned it on. It's probably doing a little bit of a catch up. That should drop down a little bit. Flue gas temperature 33, flow temperature 35. So flue gas is lower than the flow temperature to the water, and that's something that happens when you have a cool return. Obviously the flue gases can be cooled down, not just at the front end of the heat exchanger but the rear end, so your flue gas emissions can be lower than your boiler flow temperature, and that gives you some idea that you've got a reasonably wide delta T. And I don't suppose it is actually that wide at the moment because it's very low load. So temperature low loss header 35, flow temperature 33, and that's probably a little bit of error on sensors, to be fair, because it's very unlikely we've got a return feeding energy into the low loss header. So that's probably just a minor discrepancy in the NTCs, and they're probably actually around the right temperature. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Okay, if we come back out, so let's have a look at the burner, and we have got 6.5% burner modulation at the moment, and 32 degrees flow temperature, flue gas 33. So at the moment that delta T must have narrowed up quite a bit on that heat exchanger. Let's have a look in our heating circuit 2. So we have, right, so that circuit wants a flow temperature of 30, it's receiving 30, just did a blip to 31 there, so that tells me my mixer's working quite well. The authority on it must be reasonably good because it's doing its job of mixing, although saying that it's only a fraction cooler than the actual temperature of water in the low loss header at the moment. Let's have a look at our underfloor. Now underfloor does have a lower curve, so we should see something a bit different there. 26 and 27. So it's supposed to be 26, it's mixed down to 27. Again, that's okay, that's reasonable authority on that valve to give us reasonably accurate control. Again, there's not much going on there because it's at low fire, so that just gives you the idea that it can control it. And let's just pop back in and have another look in here. Flow temperature 33, temperature in the low loss header 33, so no distortion at all. Flue gas 33, so again we must have low delta T. 3.1 kilowatts with loading at the moment, so that's pretty good actually. So at -5 I was expecting that to be nearer to 5, and that's running now at 3.1 kilowatts. So if you think about it, most boilers would now be cycling. This will, as it warms up, drop down, and we'll end up running about 2.1 kilowatts probably after it's warmed up a little bit more. There you go, gas consumption. So I've had this running actually for a couple of days and just been finishing off the install today. So we've used 66 cubic meters of gas since it went on. So anyway, very, very useful to have all this information at your fingertips. You can check all your circuits, make sure everything's working. So I hope that helps.